Remove all the parts. Step point 1. Remove the old parts. Remove the handlebar covers. If you have a pump, try this method. Remove the air nozzle, and insert the tube into the small hole in the side of the handlebar cover. After plugging the small hole on the other side, inflate it and the handlebar cover will come off easily. Rotate the adjusting nut on the brake handle to align the notches. And separate the brake cable from the brake handle. Loosen the fixing screws of the brake lever and shift lever, and remove the brake lever. Turn the bike upside down. Remove the dust cap from the crank. Use the collarless crank and axle bolt tool to remove the crankset screw. Then use the other end of the collarless crank and axle bolt tool and remove the crank. Unscrew the nuts on both sides of the rear wheel with open-end wrench and remove the washers. If your bike has V-brakes, you need to loosen the brake cable before removing the rear wheel. Remove the original rear wheel. Use a number 24 open-end wrench and freewheel remover. Insert the freewheel remover into the freewheel. Then screw down the freewheel after loosening it with an open-end wrench. Use a number 4 Allen wrench. Unscrew the screws holding the disc and remove the disc. Deflate the tires. Remove the outer tire with the assistance of 2 tire lever. After prying up one spot, secure the tire lever to the spokes. Pry out the outer tire little by little along the edge. Then scrape down the rim. Remove both the inner and outer tires. Step 2. Assembly motor wheel. Insert the valve into the valve hole of the cushion belt and the rim. And make sure the valve is vertical. Pay attention to the arrow on the tire sidewalls that indicates the direction of the wheel. Align the tire with rim accordingly. Wrap the outer tire around the inner tube and install it back into the bicycle rim. Tucked into the last part, the tire were tight and needed to be pried in with the aid of a tire lever. The tire is marked with the value of air pressure that tire can withstand. Inflate the tire to the marked air pressure range. Attach the freewheel to the wheel with the motor. Install the freewheel as shown in the video. Then install the freewheel remover to spin the freewheel. Tighten and remove freewheel remover. When operating, be careful not to let the axle run over the cable. Use an Allen wrench to remove the disc set screws on the wheel. Remove the protective washer. Load the disc with the lettered side facing up. Start by gently tightening the screws. Then tighten them in turn. Step 3. Attach the motor wheel to the frame. If your freewheel has more than 7 speeds, you need to add an extra washer to the axle and slightly spread the rear fork. Otherwise, the freewheel may rub against the frame. Pay attention to the direction of the anti-rotation washer, and make it consistent with the notch on the axle. The anti-rotation washers face the same way on both sides. Install the wheel into the frame. Note the orientation of the anti-rotation washer. After installing the washer, screw on the nut, but don't tighten it. After confirming that the wheel is not crooked, tighten the nuts on both sides with a number 18 open-end wrench. Then install the axle protector. On the side with the cable, pass the cable through the hole in the protective cover and attach it. If there is disc rubbing, adjust the angle of the brake clamp. Step 4. Install the controller box. Using a Phillips screwdriver, remove the retaining screws from the controller. Attach the controller box to the seat tube. Tighten the screws to secure the controller. Install the paw sensor and tuck the excess cable into the controller box. Put the crank back on. Step 5. Install handlebar parts. Turn the bike upright. The right side goes into the brake handle first, then the throttle felling. Then put in the handlebar covers. Adjust the angle of the brake handle, shifter, and throttle felling, and tighten afterward. Be careful not to touch the shifter by pressing down on the gas pedal. Unscrew the fixing screws of the control panel. Remove the shift lever and install the control panel on the inside. Note the orientation of the panel. The power button faces the person. Put on the handlebar cover. After adjusting the angle, tighten to secure them. Snap the head of the brake line into the brake handle. Connect the notches of the nut in a line. If the brake line is too tight, loosen the brake line set screw on the brake clamp first. Once the brakes are installed, tighten the brake lines and retighten the clamps. Step 6. Connect and organize cables. Connect the cables on the controller to the wires on the handlebars, one by one according to color. Observe the notches in the joints, align them and connect them. Organize the motor cables as shown in the video. To avoid the cables touching the chain ring. Take care to align the arrows above when connecting them. Next, use the cable ties to organize and secure the cables. Be careful not to tie into the chain, brake cable, or shifter cable when securing the cable. The controller box shelters the excess cable and is secured with a cable tie when finished. The top tube is thicker and uses a combination of two ties to secure the cable. Gather the cables at the front of the bike and secure them with cable ties. Finally, cut off the excess threads. Step 7. Installation of battery and testing. Secure the battery compartment to the top tube with a Velcro tie. Plug the power supply into the controller box. Taking care to align the notches, and screw it down. This completes the installation. Test to see if cranking the crank is assisted. Push the throttle felling and you have power without pedaling. To the end of this installation, please contact us if you have any questions.